So logical operator is important in our programming environment whenever we're dealing with different logics. Let's y- and use the case of a gasoline car, which requires a key to drive to understand the end gate or the end logic. So the end logic, um, let's say we as one input is the key and the other input is the gas, and we have an output. So to oops, to be able to drive the car, uh, we need the gas and also the key. Let's assess every situation. So zero meaning that we don't have, and one meaning we do have. So we don't have a key and we don't have a gas. Can we be able to drive the car? No, we can't. We don't have a key, but we have a gas. Can we be able to drive the car? No, again. We do have a key now, but then we don't have a gas. Can we be able to drive the car? We cannot. We do have the key and the gas. We can now drive the car. So the end gate is always true only when all the situations is true. Let's study the OR gate. So the OR gate, to understand it, let's use the case of a hybrid car. So a hybrid car does have an option that you can drive using a gas, or maybe you can use the battery also. And then we have output. Let's write all the situations. Okay, we do not have a gas and we do not have a battery. The battery is dead. Then we cannot drive the car. We do not have a gas, but the battery is there with full power. Then we can drive the car. We do now have a gas in the gas tank, but then the battery is dead. We cannot be able to drive the car. We can be able to drive the car because we do have gas. We do have gas and the battery, which you can drive the car. So the OR gate is actually true whenever one of the situation is true. The other is the not logic, which is uh, opposing to whatever it was previously. So it reversed the condition. You can check here that using the AND gates, 5 greater than 2, that's true. 10 greater than 3, that's true. When you connect it to the AND, both are true, so it's going to be true. 5 greater than 2 is true, and 10 less than 3, that is false. So true or false, when you connect it with an OR, it's going to be true because one of the situation is actually true. For the not logic, 5 greater than 2, that is correct. And when we negate it or not it, then um, it's going to be false. Okay, go ahead and try this 1 minute challenge and see the output. Maybe you try to guess it before the output. All right, let's go ahead and try this. Okay, now let's do it together. Let's comment out this part of the code. So print, so the output is going to be uh, 10 less than 5, 10 is greater than 5, which is correct. And for OR gate, if one of the situation is true, you don't even have to worry about any of the situation coming up. So this is going to be true. So the other is a membership operator. So a membership operator tries to check if a certain element is actually inside of those members. It depends on the different data types that you can use. We're going to discuss about a lot of data types later on. So this is just a string which have a couple of uh, characters or alphabets, as you would like to call it in English. So inside of Apple string, we do have the alphabet A. So A in Apple, that's true. X not in Apple is also true. Not in to show it does not exist. Um, let's check print key in Python. If you run this, this is true. This one is for the previous one. So this is true. And if I say I in Python, that is going to be false because it does not exist. The other thing that you need to keep in mind while using operators is their precedence. Um, Usually for mathematics, we have BODMAS, where brackets of division, multiplication, addition, subtraction. The same way when it comes to Python, there is this precedence of operation. So always parentheses comes first, and then exponents have the second precedence, and then the unary operators that we've saw multiplication, division, modulus, and floor division, they have the same level of precedence. If they're the same, if they're together, then all have the same precedence. Addition and subtraction do have the same precedence, and it follows on like this. So what you need to uh, do, as of my recommendation, to be sure, is always just keep it in bracket if you're not so sure. So let's say this is the operation that you're going to do. You can do more parentheses because always parentheses is going to come first. So 7 multiplied by 5 plus 5 minus 1 divided by 2 plus 10 modulus 10 modulus 4. If we go ahead and print, I've done so much. Okay, if we go ahead and print this false value for x and for y, they're going to be the same. You see, they're both the same thing. It's just this one is more uh, simpler for you when you read the operation. Okay, the best part of learning. You practice. Practice makes perfect. Always keep in mind about this. If you don't practice in programming, then it's going to be very difficult for you to crystallize and grasp the concepts very well. So go ahead and try the exercises first, and then we're going to meet in the next video where we're going to work it together. Okay? Adios.